All right, we got an update today that includes a new layout for Maple Hill, the gold layout 2024. This is in preparation for the MVP tournament coming up. So there were changes to 7 holes, but only a couple of them I think you need to really be concerned with in practice, perhaps before the tournament. But we'll go over all of them real quick just so you're not surprised by them. All right, let's take a look. All right, on hole one, you probably already know this because it made a lot of social media posts earlier this year. I think it was. They've added a triple Mando, this barn-looking structure as you approach the green. Doesn't really change the normal play. It does cut off the shortcut through the trees, but that was kind of risky anyway. On hole three, we have a new rock wall at the opening of the fairway, and there was a stump right there in the middle of the fairway. You probably found it a few times because it was right where you want to land on a lot of good drives. That stump has been removed. Other than that, this hole plays the same. Hole six, it's just a little bit shorter. Last year it was 431 feet. This year it's 414. I don't know why they made that change, but you just need to make sure you don't overshoot the basket. Hole seven, the pin's been pushed over to the right. Doesn't seem to change things as far as difficulty, although this one does have a few more guardian trees around it, but it doesn't seem to be terribly difficult. I found the glide, roll, rive, default aim tends to work pretty good, it seems. Get you down close to the green, and then you just got to not get blocked off by one of these guardian trees. But it seems pretty easy, so I don't think that's anything you need to worry about. Hole nine, they added about 230 feet, pushed the pin back, but they added a par stroke to it, so it's now a par five instead of a par four. Same play, lay up to about right here somewhere if you're lucky. Play down to the old green on the left there, and then you can see the new green's been pushed back here on the right. So, uh, at first glance, it may look like it's more difficult. I don't really think it is. Um, they gave you the extra stroke on the par, so just I think the play is going to be play to the old green, and then one more upshot to the new green. Hole 14 is one that I think was a substantial change. There's a new wall coming up right there on the edge of the water. Takes the water skip out of play. I don't know how many people were doing a water skip there, but I think if you were, you're going to have to practice now. It's because it's more than likely going to be an all air shot, although I guess you could still land up on the little pathway there. But it's kind of a small opening for success there. So I think air shot's going to be the way to go there. Probably something like the glide roll rive. You just need to make sure you don't go too far left behind this green. But other than that, let's see if I can get one on the green. No, wasn't a great shot, but I should have a look at the basket. Yeah, 58 feet away. So I guess the wall may actually save you from a roll OB from this angle, make that putt or throw in a little less intimidating. So that's a good thing. Hole 18, I think, has the most significant change. They pushed the OB line further away from the pin. You can see it coming up the white stakes right there. That's now 140 feet away from the pin. And they also changed the drop zone rule. So you can't just toss it OB deliberately on your second shot, move to the drop zone, take the fairly easy par. Can't do that anymore. That was one of my previous strategies. But let's take a quick look at the new hole, how you might want to approach it. No, I think the play off the green is still the same. Just take whatever straight-ish, flippy, skippy driver you have. Try to get down fairway as far as you can. And then from here, I think you have a couple options. Um, you can take something like the Light Glide Drive and go on a forehand, uh, this line right here, and try to get to the green. You can go backhand and try to crash through these trees. There are some openings. If you get lucky, you'll get through. But I think both of those are pretty risky. It's just a very small, very well guarded green. So I think the better option is to lay up uh, as close as you can to the OB line without going over. Obviously, we know it's 140 feet from the pin to that line, so about 190 from here. So let's go 190, and we'll try to challenge the line a little bit. All right, not bad. And so now I have a look at the basket for birdie. And if I don't get it, I'll take my par. This does play about 10 feet uphill, so we'll go 150. And fortunately, that time I got the birdie. But had I not, I would take the par and move on. I think par is going to be a pretty good score because that first drive, even off the tee, and some adverse winds can be very challenging. So, all right, hope you enjoyed that quick look at Maple Hill Gold 2024. We'll see you around the valley.